Hello friends, I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope everything is good and great and wonderful. Everything here is fantastic. I put out a video yesterday. And the funny thing is, on Friday, I put, at the end of Friday's episode, I said, and as usual, I'll see you tomorrow. And Jonathan caught it, and he was like, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And it was intentional. I fully intended to put out yesterday's video on Saturday, but I couldn't. And I'll tell you why real quick. But first, let me show you what I made. I made a simple sled that rides on my miter saw fence, or my table saw fence, for cutting pieces like this safely. I'm going to add a couple of little additions to this. I'm going to put some gussets here so this stays nice and vertical. But other than that, it worked beautifully for what I was doing, which was cutting shallow rabbits in this birdhouse. So there you go. And I filmed the whole thing on this Akaso V50 Elite Pro. And I like the camera. It works well. The audio, not so much, but it is what it is. I wish I had bought, now this is the V50 Elite. There's a V50 Pro that has a little less features for the camera, for the filming, but it has an external mic input. So with that, I could plug an external mic in and get better audio. For the kind of video that I was shooting, just here's Chevy in a shop making something and it's 20 minutes long and all I did was screw 3 pieces of plywood together, I think it's fine. It's good enough. I can boost the level and when I'm talking, and it's okay. It's not horrific. Other than that though, it works perfectly. It's perfectly exactly what I needed. I have it mounted on this Hohem gimbal, so it's perfectly stable shots. I can do all my own filming while I'm working, and it's not shaky and weird. This is the perfect setup that really made me feel like it was not slowing me down at all while I was working. It's so simple. It's got a little joystick control to adjust the pan and tilt. The pan and tilt. It's so dead simple that it was really easy for me to just grab it, move it, set it down, and do whatever it was I was doing, and it didn't involve tripods and lighting and all this other stuff. It just worked. So I'm excited about the future of being able to make more videos like that, and I thought I would just put it out. The reason I couldn't put it out on Saturday was because while the camera is perfect and the gimbal is great, the gimbal is not perfect because it's only this tall. And so there are some tools in my shop, like my jointer and my drill press and my sanders, where it's really hard for me to get coverage of those because I don't really have a good place to set this. My drill press is really high. If you noticed in the video, the table's up here. I don't have any place where I can sit this to get a good shot of that. So my solution was to shoot everything in 4K, and then I could just zoom in. So on all of the various surfaces that I can set it on, I can at least get a decent angle, and then I've got, it's 4 times the size of 1080, so I can just crop it, and I did that. The problem with that is, number 1, 4K files are massive, and number 2, my laptop is not good, and it was dying under 4K video. It was, by the time I added about the 6th or 7th clip to the timeline, it was really struggling to keep up, and it took like a full probably 2 hours for the video to export. It just got crushed. So I enjoy doing the video. I'm going to continue to do more. I mean, if you've noticed, for the past couple of weeks I've been putting out 6 videos a week, and I've been enjoying that process. It's been just, I'm going to do something, whether it's I did the quick video on how I did some block printing. I did a quick video for a picture frame dice box. I did this quick video. It wasn't quick, it was 18 minutes of making this thing. I want to continue, and I'm probably going to keep posting them here until I feel like I've got it all figured out. So what I have to figure out now is I need to figure out a way to mount this thing in other places so that I can get good coverage. And right now what I'm considering is, a lot of people I've seen on YouTube take a 5-gallon bucket, stick a metal pole in it, and fill it with concrete, and then they mount their camera to that. and it put some wheels on the bottom. So it's a camera dolly as opposed to a tripod that you have to break down and move. That would be great. So I think I might try to do that, but instead of having, a mount, a normal tripod mount on my thing, I would just make a shelf for this to sit on. This does have, I can unscrew this and put this on a tripod, but that defeats the whole point, right? Like the whole reason I was able to shoot that video and not feel like the camera was slowing me down was because of how stupid easy it is to pick this thing up and go bloop, zoom, done. I'm out, I'm in, and I can just do my work and then come back and pick it up and show you what I'm doing, and it's not all shaky and weird. Beautiful for that. I just got to figure out a way to get better coverage of like the jointer, the drill press, and the sanders. If I can get better coverage of those things somehow, and it might be just a matter of me like mounting shelves or something to sit this on to a tool. I might have to do that. I tried sitting this on the drill press table, but the gimbal couldn't keep up with the vibration, so it looked even worse. It was like overcompensating, trying to make up for the vibration of the tool. It sits just fine on the table saw and doesn't vibrate. It works great there. So I don't know. Let me know what you think of the video. First of all, a couple of you commented and had fun. I actually made two things this week, and I made this guy, which the video is of, and my oldest asked me, she said, I want to make a large version of my Minecraft character. So I said, let's do it. And I grabbed some 3/4 inch pine and cut it. It's 1 pixel is a 1/2 inch. So the head of this thing is 4 inches by 4 inches, and we cut all the boards oversized, laminated everything, trimmed it all down to size, and started painting on it. She's doing all the painting. And that's going to turn out awesome. She left it here. It's kind of a project to do when she's here. So, there's projects, and I feel comfortable with my filming setup now. I just need to figure out, I need to be able to shoot in 1080, which means I need to be able to get better coverage of the tools so that I don't crush my laptop. That's where we're at. Or, the other option would be to buy a large solid state drive and a better computer. But that's a lot of cash, and I don't have a lot of cash right now. So the simpler solution is turning this into a 1080p camera and figuring out better ways to shoot coverage of some of these tools. So that's what I have. Thanks for being here as always. Thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing and being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you, and I will see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is the last word in the B's. It is Byzantine and is an adjective meaning a convoluted plan, a scheme that is overly complicated, a puzzle or task that's difficult to figure out because of its complexity. We found it impossible to follow the Byzantine plot of how Eileen made Mariah a laughingstock by replacing her Prada shoes with nearly identical knockoffs. Byzantine. B-Y-Z-A-N-T-I-N-E.